How many of you have a space in your home where you see it, you know you need to deal with it, but it's overwhelming and you just feel like, I just don't have the time? Especially as a working mom, it's like we only get so much time with our family, we only get so many nap times on the weekend if you have little kids, and you know, oftentimes I'm filming videos, but I really need to organize this pantry, so I thought I would take you guys along. Now, I have done a pantry tour before, but it's getting out of control, guys. So just to give you some context, we're in our dining room. This is our front door over here. This is our pantry. It's actually a coat closet, but it's giant, and we turned it into a pantry because we didn't have one in our 70s house. But I have done nothing to this before filming. This is just how it looks as we live life. It's got a lot of functions, a lot of potential as well, but it's just not functioning for us. It's been a while since I've cleared it out, probably a year or two, probably, I don't know, and it's time. So I've realized after a couple years of using these, I just don't really like these bins as much for this particular space. I just feel like they don't hold a lot, like just the shape of them isn't the best, and they're too tall, so it's hard to see what's inside of them, and like bigger things you can't fit inside. So I ended up getting some new bins that I'm going to be using just from the Dollar Tree. It's not going to be picture perfect or anything, but it's real life, and I feel like the longer I'm on YouTube, the less we see of real life and the more we see of perfection, and that's not the image that I want to give you guys on my channel. So let's get started. Okay, so before I jump in and pull everything out, I just want to give you kind of a sense of what's in here. We've got not random, but we've got like a roasting pan, spiralizer. My husband's really into smoking meats and then doing the vacuum sealer. We've got some alcohol up here. I do run a daycare, so I have to be careful of where I place things. They have to be high up. So then I have all of our baking stuff because we don't bake very often. This is all like pastas and randomness. Beans and canned goods and randomness. Snacks and cereals and randomness. And then we've got snacks, an old computer toner cartridge and more randomness. And then at the bottom we have a shredder, some chips, cushions, tablecloth, and more randomness. We do have a very large door. This is a very big pantry for not being a walk-in pantry. And I've bought these two shoe organizers that I do love having, but I think they could be organized a lot better. So that is everything that's in here. Just to be totally real with you guys, I am doing this on a Saturday during nap time when my kids are sleeping. My husband is home, but I can't do anything like this with my toddler around because she gets into everything and I have to be watching her because she is in that phase of just constantly hurting herself. So I just, being real with you guys, I couldn't do it then. So I'm gonna empty everything out and categorize it, get rid of the expired stuff, and go from there. I'm kicking myself for not filming what just happened. If you're on a tall stool like this, make sure you don't think it's a small stool like this and just casually step off and with your hands full of glass things and totally biff it on your hard tile floor. You're probably gonna have bruises. Just a little helpful hint along the way. Do as I say, not as I do. Hey guys, a little embarrassed to show you, but keeping it real. This is what it currently looks like with everything out. Got goldfish, Cheerios, just, we keep our steam mop and our sweeper vac and our broom in here, so it gets kind of nasty at the bottom, but as you go up, it looks a little cleaner. I pretty much emptied everything out of these except things I know for sure will be staying in here. I just have to move them around. But this is everything that was inside. Oh dear. Already I'm seeing things that are expired. wanting to kick myself. Already thinking of different places to put things. Like those cushions do not need to stay in here. They can go in the laundry room or the basement. I only pull them out for when we have parties, which is a couple times a year, so they do not need to be taking up a ton of space in here. Some of that stuff like the spiralizer we don't use very often, the roasting pan, those can go in the basement. So yeah, oh dear. Anybody else? You know, you get to this point, you're like, can I just start over? Do I have to put it all back and sort through it? Okay, we're all clean. Now it's time to go through everything. This is gonna be my like get rid of pile or donate with like expired stuff, stuff to throw away, stuff that's gone bad. And then over here is gonna be my relocate pile for stuff that does not need to be in the pantry. Okay, so I just tried out these bins in here and they fit about as perfectly as they could in here. I mean, there is a little overlap, but I can still easily pull them out. I may actually have some more downstairs. What I think I'm gonna do is just go through everything and just start putting it in bins based off of categories, so I can kind of see what I have, and then I'll go back through and reorganize that. But and I'll, you know, check expiration dates and stuff as I go. But that way, you know, I have an actual place to put all these things. I could see how full they're getting and make decisions like, is this too much stuff I'm keeping? Am I really using this? You know, we have so much stuff like 3 things of open instant brown rice. You know, I don't need 3 open things. Maybe I can combine them, or, you know, if they're expired or have been open for a while, get rid of them. I just, you know, when you buy certain things for certain recipes as well, you know, when you're trying out something new and then you never use it again, it just, I hate that, and I don't know what to do with it. And I cook so much and I'm so busy that I just end up with all this extra stuff that doesn't ever get used again, and I hate that. Okay guys, the table is empty. This makes me feel sick, but this is literally all expired. And empty boxes. Some of them are empty, so there's that. But literally the rest is all expired from like 2018. Oh well, you know, you just gotta move on. But this is how it's looking now with all the food put back in. And I have like 1, 2, 3 basically whole shelves, because I might move the cereal up here since I have space, empty, which I have stuff to still put in. But I just feel so good. I absolutely love these bins because you can actually see inside, so I can reach something without having to like dig and ruffle through. My canned goods, I was keeping in a can organizer, and I could never find anything, especially when we had, you know, different kinds of tomatoes in there. It was hard to find anything. So, you know, I stacked up the things that I have multiple of, and then I have beans here, and these are all tomatoes and soups. And then I have just like random canned goods, so those are easy to find. This is all rice and breadcrumbs, and this is all pasta related things. These are snacks. I don't quite know what to do with the crushed red pepper at this moment. This is gonna be just like produce that doesn't need to be refrigerated. Cereal, I'm probably gonna move up here. And then these are all baking goods. So I've got all my flours and like, you know, powdery things. These are all salts and like baking soda, so that kind of the same. And then this is, I don't know, these could even be combined, but I kind of like that they're kind of empty in case we buy something and it needs a spot. And then this is all mix-in, so nuts and chocolate chips and food coloring and sprinkles, and then cupcake liners. And then I really tried to utilize this space because it's so much more space. So I have our non-expired chia seeds and oats. We've got dressing, syrup, you know, extras of like Parmesan, hot sauce, mayo, that kind of thing, marinara, pasta sauce, ranch. And then over here is basically mainly snacks. So I've got our raisins, goldfish. I just took the Wheat Thins, basically, or the Aldi brand, out of the box. Put them in here. We go through those enough often enough that I know they're not gonna get expired and I can see that we're going through them. Mums, this is all like Bryony stuff, our littlest, and her crunchies, and then we've got granola bars here, and I still have some empty spaces, and then we have like tuna and popcorn as well. So now I'm gonna move in. I actually want to move in. Sam has a bunch of pop or soda, if you're from somewhere else, that he keeps down in another closet. I want to bring it up here because it's constantly getting knocked over. It's by our vacuum. It's just not a convenient spot. So I think we actually can fit it in here now. Okay, so this is what I have so far, you guys. I switched up some stuff. I put some vinegar and distilled water in here that I use mostly for cleaning, but they can still go along with baking. I put this little cupcake decorating set in here because that makes sense. Put all our alcohol, and I have a couple of things I use as vases here. Our paper goods I put up high. They're constantly were down here falling, getting all dirty, and I had to throw them away, and I don't need to access them every day. So even though I'm short, I can use a stool and go up there and get them down. My husband's food saver and bags are up there as well. Our tablecloth, I'm going to refigure that out. I'm hopefully going to get it to fit over here because I do use that pretty often. And then my husband's, you know, carbonated water and pop can fit down here, and I still have all this room. So what I think I'm going to do, this bad boy, our kitchen, is a whole other video or series because I want to go through every single cabinet and reorganize because we haven't done that since we moved in, and I was postpartum and all this stuff, and I, you know, probably didn't do the best job. We have hated having all these paper goods in here for a long time. They're falling out. We only use them for parties, so why are they taking up this amazing real estate right next to the stove when we could have plates there or something? So I'm gonna move that all into the pantry where it should have been years ago. You guys, I am feeling so good. This project took me about an hour and a half and $12. That was it for the 12 bins at the dollar store, so give or take tax, so maybe $13, I'll round up. But that is all it took. Everything else I had on hand, these little labels I had on hand from when I redid our linen closet. They were only a couple bucks at Target. You know, you can easily find gift labels, make your own out of cardstock, like super, super simple. And it just goes to show you that you don't have to have a lot of money, a lot of time, or anything fancy to have an organized home. Now, you know, granted, I already have these, but, you know, they're not very expensive either. I don't shop at the Container Store. I don't buy expensive things when it comes to organizing, but it doesn't take a lot of money to make it function well. So this is the finished product. I ended up not having to really move anything downstairs except for the roasting pan. The spiralizer could fit. So starting at the bottom, I could fit my little shoes I slip on to go outside to get the mail, our shredder, our broom, that can be tucked in more, our sweeper vac, and our steam mop. And I like that I don't have a lot more on the floors because it was just getting kind of gross next to all that. We've got our soda, our spiralizer, the jumperoo that I sometimes use for babies in the dining room. And then I just kept these in here because I just had a lot of extra space, and it is convenient to have them right here, and our laundry room is kind of overflowing, so because I could fit them, but I could easily bring them downstairs if we need the space. Up here we've got snacks, cereal, produce, miscellaneous cans, canned fruits, veggies, and soups, rice and breadcrumbs, pastas. This is all baking mix-ins, baking, and flours. And then I was able to put all that stuff from that cabinet up here. So we've got all our paper goods, our alcohol, and then more paper goods, our tablecloth, and the food saver. And then over here, you know, I kind of already went over that, but we still have some blank spaces on the bottom. Overall, I'm super duper happy with how it turned out, and I would love to know what's something you guys are gonna go tackle right now or that you did tackle while watching this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye guys.